Hey, good morning. This is Joystick&Java. So welcome to the channel. Really, this is episode 5 we're diving into for Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition X. Feel free to grab your cup of espresso and let's dive on in and see what happens. Yeah, let's see. So here we actually left off in the barracks. That's my Girl Len. Oh my goodness, her personality is amazing. Alright, let's see. This is probably going to dive us right into another cutscene. Oh, that's fascinating. That the actual rain and weather actually impacts the gameplay. That's cool.
Commander Vandam.
Well now, look what the cat dragged in.
Sorry we missed you last time. We could have come to meet you at HQ, you know.
Indeed. I suggested as much. Twice.
And we know how much I enjoy being told what to do. Anyway, I hear you tangled with a tyrant, way out of your league, on a training mission, no less. That was reckless, and goddamn magnificent.
Yeah, you know we got them impressed. When the guy comes in with a tattoo of, what is that? Ironheart? You know he's gonna be impressed. Of course, we gotta save.
So, Commander, to what do we owe the pleasure of your visit here today?
Well, I can't just ask Nagi to do everything for me. I'd be out of a job.
Hey, I delivered you the new recruit, didn't I?
Yeah, you won the bet. Don't worry about it, all right? I'll settle up with you later. You know I'm good for it.
The bet?
I'm sure I'm needed elsewhere. If you'll all excuse me, Commander.
Well, that wasn't obvious at all.
Huh. Look at you two. I swear, you're like two children excited about a new toy.
Look who's talking. I don't recall ever seeing you file a request to personally train a rescue before.
Is that so odd?
It is before we'd even asked her to become a blade, little Miss Stick in the Rear.
Usually I ask when I don't get your slang expressions, but something tells me to just let that one go.
Enough about that. Where are your manners, anyway? I still haven't been introduced to our new recruit here.
Commander Vandam is Blade's top officer.
In a past life, I was chief engineer on the White Whale. Same idea, basically. Someone has a problem, I fix it. You follow? Huh. Not much for conversation, are you?
So you still haven't told us why you're here. From the look of things, I'm guessing this isn't a social call.
You don't think?
No. So let's cut the crap and get down to business.
Ha! Sounds like you're learning my expressions just fine, Alma. Anyway, first we need Chatty Cathy here to choose a division and pull an assignment.
It's a chatty Cathy. So not necessarily sure about the assignment or the division, but let's see what the divisions is about. Also, just to pause, I love these people's like mannerisms in these conversations. Oh my goodness, it's such a joy to watch.
Pretty much everyone in New LA works for Blade, in one of several different fields. Helping to explore Mira, or to maintain order in the city, or well, you remember Nagi's speech, right? There are 8 different fields in all, and each one has its own branch within Blade. Officially, they're called divisions. Naturally, you'll want to choose one that best suits your personality and your talents.
Let's start with the Pathfinders. Pathfinder's #1 responsibility is planting data probes, like you did on your training mission. It may not be the sexiest job, but important? You bet your ass it's important. We've only been on Mira 2 months. We don't know jack about this place. The more probes we install, the faster we can get our bearings here and give ourselves a fighting chance.
We've already detailed how important it is we expand the Frontier Nav network ASAP. So, for the time being, I'll just remind you of the highlights. It helps us keep Blade safe. It helps us keep the city safe. And most important of all, it's the key to locating the missing parts of the Lifehold and recovering the rest of the human race.
Okay, next up, Interceptors. You met Akeloff and Evans, right? Irina and Gwen, this is their division. Interceptors have one main duty: protect New LA and everyone in it from the wildlife here on Mira. Right now, this is probably our busiest division. Interceptors ride shotgun for the research eggheads, they escort VIPs around, and they help any other idiots who get caught out there with their pants down.
Next are the Harriers. Remember Doug Barrett, the Skell pilot conducting the test flight with Len? He's part of the Harriers. If you think of the Interceptors as defense, Harriers would be New LA's offense. They specialize in preemptive strikes on clear and obvious threats. But only on clear and obvious threats. They're not meant to go out and just blast any indigene that moves.
And you got your Reclaimers. These guys are in charge of finding the other pieces of the White Whale. Among other things, that is. Including anything of ours left behind after a battle. Skell debris, weapons, personal effects. It can get a bit morbid, frankly, but it's gotta be done. Until we're up and running here on Mira, and have this place completely figured out. Everything we brought from Earth needs to be treated like it's irreplaceable. Also, the search for the Lifehold. That's mostly on the Reclaimers.
Next, Curators. Curators are the first to scout ahead to unexplored territory, bringing back whatever samples they can get their hands on. Fruits, bugs, sticks and stones, you name it. It's not all picking berries, though. Being a curator also means being the first to encounter unknown indigens.
Next? All right, Prospectors. Prospectors do, well, prospecting. They poke around, looking for minerals, resources, and whatnot. Things we need for everyday life here. We packed all the essentials we could on the White Whale, but that won't last forever. We need to be able to replenish our water and fuel if we want to survive. And sooner or later, we're gonna have to figure out how to replace things from scratch. From the socket on a Skell's knee joint, right down to the frying pan in Len's kitchen. Without these guys busting their butts, we'd have no future to speak of.
Next up, Outfitters. All of our ground gear and Skell weaponry is developed in conjunction with private arms manufacturers, or AMs. Outfitters are Blade's way of supporting these AMs. They'll seek out anything that might inspire new weapon ideas, and even assist with testing new prototypes.
Finally, the Mediators. These are the folks who keep everything hunky-dory with John and Joan Q public. Any problems a civvy has, they come to Mediators. Fight with your neighbor? Mediators. Lost cat? Mediators. It's not a division for everyone. You need to be a jack of all trades, and a people person. Someone with my charming personality? Probably not the best mediator. But if you got what it takes, it's a clutch role, keeping things cool on the home front.
All right, so I think that's all 8 divisions. Any idea which one you'd like to join? Don't fret about it too much. Whichever you choose, you still have a lot of freedom in how you operate. Mediators can still get out there and mix it up, hunt indigents, whatever. And if a Harrier wants to take a break and settle an argument, that's their prerogative too. To be honest, even though it's sort of frowned upon, you can actually change your division whenever you like. So there's really no reason to stress about this. All right, you ready to choose?
Okay, that's cool. Because honestly, I feel like it's choosing like your partner Pokemon, where like you don't know which one you want to choose, and you may regret it later because you chose the bad one. So I'll have to figure out. I'm kind of leaning towards the one where you're kind of going out and trying to like attack the different animals to defend the location, or I'm trying to decide between, I don't know if it was the Curators or Prospectors, but we see like new life. I'll have to figure out which one to choose.
Yeah, and? We're on pins and needles here.
The only hard thing is I forget what the name is called for this, so hopefully they have some sort of explanation next to them. If not, then it'll really get me. Okay, cool. Thank goodness. My attention span is like a squirrel. See, the only hard thing is, so it's between the Interceptors and the Curators. Curators just make it purely sound like collecting materials. Interceptors more protecting it from threats. Because then if it was actually exploring new creatures, that'd be more about the Curators versus us, you know, collecting materials found there. I feel like most people will probably choose Pathfinders, Interceptors, maybe Harriers. I'm gonna try Curators. I feel like most people probably wouldn't choose that at first. Let me choose that one.
Then it's settled?
Oh, so many questions make me doubt all my decisions. Need a sip of espresso for that one. All right, Alma. Well, let's rock and roll.
All right. Thank God that's over. By the power invested in me, yada yada, you're officially a Blade.
Congrats, and welcome.
I know you're gonna do great.
Now for the job. Let's get down to brass tacks. Nelson's team has gone missing. Last contact we had, they were installing a data probe out in eastern Primordia. Then, nothing.
Nelson. Pathfinders, right?
Are we talking indigents here or what?
Your guess is as good as mine, but they did have a skell with them. You'd think they could hold their own, or at least run away.
All right, we're on it. We'll head to their last known location and go from there.
Report whatever you find ASAP.
Of course. Let's move out.
Roger that.
And Phantom. Let's go find the missing teeth at Southeast Primordia. Wish I had something cool for reward. Experience and reward money. I feel like that's how it always is early on. Chapter 3, Builders of a Legacy. Nice, now we get the shop terminal, AM terminal, mission control, and more. Ah, they do have fast travel. That's nice. Alright, so essentially we have story missions, makes sense. Affinity missions. Heavily feature team members. Which makes sense because I think that was essentially the affinity when you're in battle where you can sync up the arts. Kirsty. It's kind of like Men in Black vibes. What's up, Kirsty? Mission control. Okay, so just basic ass missions. Okay, cool. Alright, so you can get reports. Alright, so now we're in chapter 3. Look at us, I just headbutted the ceiling. Exit to the AD. So what do you guys think about the cutscenes? For me personally, I love how much level of detail they put in actually, like, personalities of the characters. That was Duck Kiss. Let's see. Let's run this way. Go down. Also, I personally love these jumps. Like any game that has them, make them feel like you're like superhuman. I didn't notice this till now, but you can actually see like what division they're in. So that's the Interceptors above Thomas. Let's get going. Every time I play, I always like to look at this guy. He's like this massive. This always reminds me of like, maybe they mocked it after like dinosaur, like a Brontosaurus type thing. It's another thing growing up, honestly, I always loved dinosaurs. Still kind of do a little bit. Sometimes I'll play like Path of the Titans or something like that. Here's a new vision sign. So this should be actually what I'm a part of. Like Curators or whatever it was called.
That's
Let's keep going. Yeah.
This can't be good.
Where on earth is whatever? Oh my goodness, I didn't even see that, dude.
Target in sight!
Look at his tail.
Grenade!
Move in and do some damage!
That'll switch melee.
I am gonna destroy you!
I don't know how I can reach his tail though.
Weaken him and lay it! Roger! No hard feeling!
It almost sounds like a Dragon Ball Z kind of thing.
Shadow Strike!
Wild down! Top of them! Dead!
Side flash!
him
need to
again
hit
for
the
me.
gym.
I got a workout
Oh,
from
that's
all
kind
that
of
running.
cool. Trash talk. We got a slimy tongue, muddy pal, white mirror glass. Give me that. Oh, they don't even leave the carcass behind. So sad. Alright, so you got that little symbol above your head. Clearly you want to tussle with the muscle. Alright, they're just even just watching him. It's kind of interesting. So it's a young Grex. He's really like that tail with a barb on the tail end of it. Trying to figure out what this reminds me of. Definitely not like Scorpion, because it's not like the arch kind of tail. But it kind of arches it up in a way. My guess is the best spot to attack has to be the head or the tail. Alright, let's see. Alright, well, let's get in there.
Flame grenade! Use melee attack. Don't fall behind. Watch me lay it. Fire carnival!
Move in and do some damage.
His head's gotta be like buffered. I mean, look at that thing. It's built to attack from the front. His head is pretty buffered. Let's go back to this tail.
Whack and get down. We can lay it.
You're on top of this.
Infuriate flame flow.
Appreciated.
They needed. I was waiting for a chance to show off. Wild Cat. Nailed it. Now
My turn.
flame
Upper
grenade.
hand.
Would be really cool is if the tail just fell off that monster.
Move in and do some damage.
I am gonna destroy you. Watch me.
I just want to be a valued member
My
of the
cooking
team.
got better.
And we keep getting more arts. Get some survival pants. Okay, let's see if I can actually apply any of them. It's party arts. Oh, I don't. Well, who got them? Must be going insane. Let's see. When do they say they're unlocked? But I'm pretty sure it did say that some are unlocked. Let's see what gear we got. Okay, nothing higher there. Alright, so we got some worn survival goggles. There we go. Clearly it is, so I can have a massive ass forehead. I like that. But okay, I'll take it. No, this one clearly looks better. Keep that one. Oh, can I wear this yet? It's gonna give me like Terminator vibes. No. Can't wear this one either. Fashion gear though. You know, honestly, what they should have done for this is actually filtered out that blank space if there was a way to do it. Like, I don't want to scroll around all the way down here. I mean, I will. Because if I have some, like, bomb-ass outfit in here, I'll definitely look for it. Like, come on now. No. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so that's fine. Kind of lame. That's cool. Honestly, I don't know if I want that big ass thing on my forehead, honestly. Let's keep the prototype. Alright, let's get both of them. That's interesting. Almost looks like Len's. I can't decide. Look at the white pants. Because people are totally gonna wear white pants out in the wild, running through the grass. Let's see. What are you, little bug? Lepidolyscarpia.
Use melee attack. Don't fall behind. Shadow strike. Fire carnival. Side slash.
Wrong ass
I
hit the little guy.
Feel so hot. I should heal me up. Flame grenade. Side splash.
Big one. No
Heal
way.
me up. I have to chrome armor.
Now, melee attacks.
I am gonna destroy you. Let's lay into it.
Appendage destroyed.
I have
Move in and strike.
did not think this little bug would be that difficult to annihilate.
Fire carnival.
Nice. Move in and do some damage. Scream edge.
Assault hammer. Wet smith. Catch me up.
I should
have
heal
to
up
stay in
first.
this. I'm almost done. Not out.
Oh my goodness, she fell down?
Are you okay? I've got you.
Shadow
This
strike.
bug?
We should weaken them just to be safe.
Yeah. Stay on top of this now.
Slide. Fire carnival. Turn edge. I can take it. Just stay on it. Flame cloak.
I owe you one. They're tough. Catch me up. Early burn.
Chrome armor.
Some nice. Move in and do some damage.
I am gonna slide through you.
Dent in 'em. Move in and keep the rhythm going.
I was waiting for a chance to show
Shadow
off.
strike.
Wild dance. Topple them. Close in. Flame grenade.
The sad thing is, I don't want to get close to it.
Turn edge. I can take it. Just stay on
Now,
them.
it's my turn.
Fire carnival.
Upper hand.
Slide.
No.
Catch me up.
Wet.
Shadow runner.
Then they kill the bug.
Strength comes from experience.
Oh, that's cool.
It's true on any planet.
I didn't know if they kill the creature, you come back alive. Oh, I guess, thank goodness. Yeah. Cool. I do like the detail in this game. Once I could just sit here, watch this little whale thing ride across now that I was brought to the life or the brink of death. Right, so I think on that note, I'll probably log off here before I get up there. So then that way I've plenty of time to actually run you through that in the next playthrough. So honestly, let me know what you kind of think, if you expect it to be revived or what division you actually chose. because I may change mine later, depending on what you choose. But honestly, until the next video, cheers.